Do you want to learn about psychological growth without sorting through the jargon? You're in the right place. This is the Relational Psych Podcast. I'm your host, licensed therapist Tyson Connor. On this show, we learn about the processes and theories behind personal growth and experience a little bit of it ourselves. Join me twice a month for candid conversations about therapy and psychological concepts with real mental health professionals, using understandable language and simple experiments that you can try yourself. Keep in mind, this podcast does not constitute therapeutic advice, but we might help you find some. Hello, listener. We have a short episode for you this week with a quick announcement. The Relational Psych Podcast is going on a brief hiatus. We're taking the summer off to prepare for our next season. I'm really excited about the new episodes we're working on, and I want to give myself and our whole production team the time we need to make sure they're the best they can be. This will be our last episode of Season 1. We'll be taking off the months of July and August, and the show will return on September 19th with the first episode of Season 2. Somewhere in the middle there, we may upload a podcast trailer episode to clarify what the podcast is about and what we aim to do. So, the podcast isn't going anywhere. We're taking a quick break, and we'll be back before you know it. Before we go, I want to say a special thanks to all of our guests this season, but especially those from outside of Relational Psych. Brian Pendergast, Mati Massaro, and Dr. Carrie Harrell. The episodes with each of our outside experts have been some of my favorites to record. I really appreciate each of your willingness to come onto the show in our early days while we were still finding our feet and have these thoughtful and accessible conversations about topics about which you are all clearly passionate. I'd also like to thank our guests from within RP, Ali Ray, Dr. Jessica Kim, Dr. Dave McNew, and good luck on your new adventures, Dr. Olivia Painter, and of course, my boss, Dr. Carly Claney. Special thanks to Ali Ray, Ashley Tierney, and Sam Claney for all the behind-the-scenes work you all do to keep the pod professional. And of course, the lovable Ben Lewis for the music. Finally, thank you, listener. It has been an absolute pleasure and privilege to record, edit, and release these podcast episodes. I love watching our download numbers go up. I love seeing the episodes that people keep returning to. I love knowing that we have a few regular listeners in Australia and the UK, and apparently one in Norway. It is my sincere hope that these episodes have been interesting, entertaining, and at least a little bit useful in your own personal growth. As always, feel free to contact us with feedback about the show, questions about anything you hear on any of the episodes, suggestions for future topics or interviewees, or really anything else. We can be reached at podcast@relationalpsych.group. Enjoy your summer, everyone. We'll see you in September. The Relational Psych Podcast is a production of Relational Psych, a mental health clinic providing depth-oriented psychotherapy and psychological testing in person in Seattle and virtually throughout Washington State. If you are interested in psychotherapy or psychological testing for yourself or a family member, links to our contact information are in the show notes. If you are a psychotherapist and would like to be a guest on the show, or are a listener with a suggestion for someone you'd like us to interview, you can contact me at podcast@relationalpsych.group. The Relational Psych Podcast is hosted and produced by me, Tyson Connor. Carly Claney is our executive producer, with technical support by Sam Claney and Ali Ray. Our music is by Ben Lewis. We love you, buddy.